Hi everybody, Rex Frost here, and this is my review of Vertigo, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, so before we even get into the video, I am trying this with a face cam just for the fun of it. Also, here's a quick spoiler warning because rather than I feel like this is the review I'm probably going to go most heavy on spoilers, mainly because there's a lot of twists and turns. I think I have some hair stuck in my mask in my mouth. Okay, I get that out. But yeah, so I'm gonna go heavy on spoilers in this video. So yeah, let's get into it. And I feel like this movie does a great job of showing a hero becoming a villain in a descent. And like his descent, I feel like that's like executed really well. Was our main character Scotty, who's like a retired. Oh, sorry about that. So our main character is Scotty, who's a retired like detective or something, and this guy hires him to see what's going on with his wife. So yeah, I feel like it does do a good job of that by like showing his descent, especially with like his power, control, and obsession he has with like the woman he's trying to help. So I feel like the movie did do a pretty good job of executing that pretty well. Also, uh, 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 I mean, also this movie does continue a theme from Rear Window, which both of these movies are directed by Alfred Hitchcock. This was like his follow-up movie to Rear Window. So yeah. So this movie does continue. What will it take? To what will it take for me to make you pay attention? For you, wait, no. What will it take to pay attention? Kind of. Once again, this movie does do a great job at executing that theme. However, this movie does do takes it to a way more extreme degree, especially with like the power control and obsession Scotty has with this woman. So yeah, I feel like it does do a good job. Now, it's time for me. Oh, okay, yeah, this is another pro. Out of all the movies I've seen in my film literature class, I feel like this one has the best performance. Was Kim Novak as Judy, and the character's name. Right now, let me just pull this out. Okay, Judy and Madeline. So those are like technically the two kind of characters. So I'm going to get into kind of spoilers as like how her two characters aren't actually two characters, and they're rather one character playing another character. So as for the twist of this movie, I'm somewhat mixed on it. However, I feel like it does make some sense. I'm gonna go into my one of my main cons is like the ending is rushed. Also, okay, as for the twist, it is somewhat annoying, like how the twist does go down, because it's like the twist is like, very complicated, and the movie quite literally explains it out for the readers to understand. So it's like that is kind of an issue. If your twist is that complicated, then to the point where you quite literally have to like break the fourth wall, barely break the fourth wall to tell the viewers what is going on. I feel like if we're getting to that point, then maybe it's like, okay, I think this might be too complicated, because basically it's like, so there's one man who wants to inherit all of his wife's wealth, so he creates this plan to have a another woman cosplay as her, that being Judy, and he has her cosplay as his wife, and then he has this detective of like followers and like she has her like pretend to be like somebody that's like very mental ill, and thinks she's a reincarnation of her great grandma or something like that, and eventually she just jumps off a tower. So the point of like that, like for like the villain's point of view is to have it like look like it was a suicide rather than him just straight out killing his wife. Which, I mean, I don't want to sound brutal, but like decent plan. However, you could have way easily like. I mean, if you didn't do that, I mean, especially seeing how this is like the 1950s, I personally would have drugged. If I was him, I would have drugged the wife, and then I would have like made it look like she cut her wrists, and put her in the bathtub. Because let's be real, people back in the 1950s did not have advanced enough technology to like be able to see how much of the drug was left in them. So I mean, I know this sounds pretty like I know I probably sound like a psychopath right now for saying that, but I mean, just saying that is like a very overly complicated plan, especially because it puts like, oh yeah, also like the villain manipulated like a woman that didn't have shine. That was my light. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I just think that's like, it's a very complicated twist that, I mean, when it's revealed, it makes sense, and like when our protagonist figures it out, it also is like pretty satisfying. But yeah, I mean, yeah, also the ending is very rushed. I mean, the movie just abruptly ends, and it literally feels like. So, I mean, okay, so first the movie feels like it should have ended, and then it feels like it should have, and then it goes on to the point where, like, then it goes on to the point, then it ends, yet it doesn't really feel satisfying, so it's like, there already was a satisfying ending, yet they kept it going to the point where it no longer felt satisfying, so I just thought that was, like, relatively annoying. Also, for the most part, this movie isn't that engaging. I feel like it was kind of like that was Rear Window, but like Rear Window was only like not that much engaging for like the first like 20 to like 30 minutes. This movie is like not engaging for like the most of the movie, but I mean, I still enjoyed some elements, especially was like showing the power of like power abuse and obsession as like a power dynamic men have over women. So I mean, I thought that was like this movie did a relatively good job at like showing it, and like it was pretty brutal towards the end. But yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoyed this movie. I mean, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I feel like this movie could have like fixed some things. I mean, the twist is just very complicated, and like there's like somewhat of unnecessary things about it. However, I will say Kim Novak gave an amazing performance. She legit had me. Oh yeah. I forgot to say this is the woman who is cosplaying as a man's wife to make a detective think that he just saw suicide rather than murder. So I mean, Kim Novak, great performance. She legit had me thinking that these are two different people. So I mean, shout out to her. Her was this really good performance. And yeah, I mean, I give it a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I do think it is a relatively interesting movie that does have a twist at the end. Also, I do want to say I have like changed some of my ratings for other reviews around, and mainly that just being Rear Window. I bumped it up to a 8 out of 10, mainly because, I mean, this movie like really resonated with me, and it feels like somewhat campy, so I do feel like it was a great movie. And yeah, I mean, putting it here, this is how it ranks amongst all my film movies I've seen so far. So yeah, feel free to tell me your thoughts on Vertigo down in the comment section if you have seen it. I would definitely give it, I definitely give it a recommendation, and I wouldn't, because I mean, I do think it is a movie that does have some cool concepts, but like not the best execution. Also, feel free to subscribe. I do have some reviews coming out real soon. I just finished Scar, Son of Hulk, and Sword the Gore Saga. I finished Gore the Thor Saga like last night, like less than 24 hours ago, so I'm pretty fresh with this one. Scar Son of Hulk, I did finish, but yeah, I have some things to say about this movie. Oh, no, look. Also, Beast Games, due to my conditions, I am like almost done with the final episode, but like I got interrupted and I won't be able to see it for like another week. So I mean, I'm I'm like, whoops, I'm like this close to being done with Beast Games, but like I can't due to my conditions. I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, yeah, definitely feel free to subscribe if you would like to see those reviews. And yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Also, I won't be showing my class's average score because I had a sub the day where like we did average scores or something like that. Well, also my classroom is like has like a under construction or something like that, so it's like it's a little complicated. But yeah, hopefully I'll be showing my class's average score for both Rear Window and Vertigo for our next movie. So yeah. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more future videos and tell me your thoughts on Vertigo down in the comments, and I will see you all later. Bye.